let's make our 4. So change our view to the back view over here, okay? And then click on the work plane, change the work plane, temporary work plane, okay? Now bring a sphere, a half sphere, okay? Same thing, rotate this one to 180 degree, okay, over here, and move this one inwards negative. Okay, now we want to scale this down to 10 millimeters, okay? So remember to hold on your shift when you scale it, so all 3 sides will decrease at the same time. So right now, all of them is 10 millimeters, okay? Now, click on that, duplicate it, and move one of it to the side, okay? So we are going to move it around to 13 millimeters to the right, okay? Duplicate, Control D, okay? And then this one, we are going to move it downwards actually. So this one, move it downwards for 13 millimeters also. Okay, and this one I'm going to move it inwards, negative 13. Okay, and then after that, duplicate this one and move it in to the left, negative 13 also. So over here, if you select on this half here and you select this one also, when you click align, you can see this 3 dot is in gray, which means this 2 is aligned vertically. This one also, if you select it, you can see that this 3 dot is gray, which means it's aligned vertically. And then this one, you can see the dot, oopsie, again. So if I select these 2 horizontal ones, align, you can see this 3 dot is in gray, okay, which means it's aligned vertically. Same thing for this one. So align vertically. Basically, the distance between each of it, okay, when you move it, it should be 13 millimeters to the left or right and 13 millimeters to the bottom. Okay, so now let's group these 4 together. Hold on the shift and select all 4 of them. Click on group or Control G and make it to a hole. After that, since this 4 hole is selected, hold shift, click on your dice and click on align. Click on your dice again and make everything to the center. After that, group them and you will get the number 4. Okay, so right now let's do the number 5. Okay, so change your view to the left view, okay, and change your work plane to the back. Okay, so you just click on your work plane and click on the face. So right now it's at our left view. Let's make the number 5. Same thing, take a half sphere, put on your work plane. You can rotate it a bit to the left or right, okay, so that you can have this rotation symbol here. So click on it, hold shift, rotate it 180, and then move it inwards for 10 millimeters. Okay, let's decrease this to 9 millimeters. So click on either the gray part, hold shift and decrease it to 9 millimeters. Okay, so over here is 9, over here is 9. Okay, now after that, duplicate it, Control D to duplicate and move it to the right for 14 millimeters. Okay, so over here you can see it moved right 14. Same thing, duplicate one more time. So it move this one, the new one, to the right 14. Never mind, we will just move this one downwards 14 millimeters first. After that, we will move it inwards, okay, or to the left 14 millimeters. Now duplicate one more. Okay, this one we will just put it here and align it. So select these 2 together, press align, click on this one that is in the correct order. Okay, seems like our alignment is correct. Okay, so this one is aligned. If you move it away, So you can see that if you click on this, that the one that is correct, okay, so it's this one. So make it align to the center. Okay, and let's check with this tool. Okay, hold shift to select it, and you can see this three dot is in gray, so which means it's aligned. Okay, actually we are going to make it a bit wider. So select this, click on your up arrow key one time. Same thing for this, click on up arrow key one time. And then for this one, click on your right arrow key one time. So move it to the right once. And same thing for this one, move it to the right once. Okay, now duplicate this one, okay, or any of it. Okay, move it to the center temporarily. Okay, right now select this four that is at the outer one. So click on it, hold shift, click on the other three, group it, and then select our center one, hold shift and select our outer one, press align and make everything to the center. Okay, for both X and Y. Okay, that you can see. Now, since everything is select, straight away Control G and then make it to a hole. Okay, now select everything, press on align, click on our dice first, and then make everything to the center, and then Control G to group it. Okay, now we have our 5. Okay, so last one will be our 6. So let's change our view to the top one, and then click on your work plane, and then select at the face of our dice. Okay, put it on top of the face of our dice. After that, let's move it a bit to the center. Hold Control Shift together. Okay, so you can move it together. Okay, to the top view. Now bring a half sphere onto your work plane, and then let's rotate it a bit. Okay, around to this corner. You can see the top and the right here, and then we will need to rotate it. So you can see this rotation here. Okay, this one over here. Click on it, rotate it 180 degree. Okay, after that move it inwards or downwards minus. Okay, and you will get this one. So let's decrease this one to 8 millimeters. Okay, so you can see both X and Y, or the width and length is 8. After that, you need to duplicate this one, Control D, and move downwards. Okay, by 10 millimeters. And then duplicate one more time. Okay, you see it will straight away move downwards. So let's move these 3 together. Okay, so select all 3 by clicking on it and hold shift click on the other 2. Move it a bit higher. Okay, after that Control D to duplicate another 3 half sphere. Okay, so how you do this? Okay, so click on it, hold shift click on the other 2, and straight away Control D, and you will have another 3 more half sphere. Okay, so this 3 we are going to move it to the right around 12 millimeters. Okay, for 12 millimeters. Now select this 6 dot. Okay, click on it, hold shift click on the other 5. Okay, and then Control G to group it. After that, make it to a hole, and then select everything, click on align, and then click on your dice and align everything to the center. Then lastly, straight away Control G to group everything together. Okay, so right now we have our dice. So you can see that our work plane right now, the orange color work plane is at the top. You can disable it by clicking on the work plane and place it once you see the blue surface. Okay, place it back, and we have our dice with 6 faces. So right now, let's export it, okay, to our local disk, okay, or your computer. So make sure that you are selecting the dice, okay, or you can just leave it out and click on export, and then click on STL. So we want the file to be in STL. So click on STL, and you can see here it start download. So now we have our dice. In the next video, I'm going to teach you how you can make the dice to be loaded in one site.